Okay, I think we're going here. Get down so you can all see me. Hello my friends, internet world, and by internet world I mean all the less than 10 people, which will probably actually view this, as well as any of my other little lessons / demos. I apologize, I'm going to put this little intro at the beginning of whatever else other video demos I have out there, because I'm selling a bunch of my gear. So if you've already seen this, just skip on through. But let's get this through as quick as we can. I'm using this camera for the first time. I bought it from Hong Kong. It's like 50 bucks. It's a high-def camera. It's pretty nice, but you know, as you buy something inexpensive, and it'll probably break before I get to the end here. But here's my instruction manual. It's about the size of my hand. Might as well come in a Cracker Jack box. You can't read that. It's about as fine a print as you can get. So I have no idea what I'm doing with this camera. Totally winging it. I don't even know if the audio works. We'll find out. Real quick, go through as fast as I can because I got, obviously, as you can tell, I got a bunch of gear. I'm selling a lot of it off. Probably gonna keep at least 3. I don't know what I'll keep. Just like any guitar player, it's kind of have this hoarding mentality where you'll try to find any excuse because each guitar definitely serves its purpose in its own unique way. Just to start off too, as you can see, I got the Peter Griffin and the Giant Chicken Brawl. Anybody that buys one of my guitars, count them 2 free tickets to the show, courtesy of myself here, Jeffrey Merritt. My opinion, the greatest cinematic fight scenes of all time, especially their first throwdown, and it's all because the chicken gave Peter an expired coupon. As well, anybody that buys one of my guitars, I will personally wipe it down with my Stiller's dirty towel, thus gracing your guitar with the essence and purity that is the Steeler Nation. Holla. Okay, that being said, let's get over here real quick. Actually, I'll go over my amp, what I'm going to be playing through the electrics. If you can see down here, I'm going to be using this BTW I stomp box. That'll be on the whole time. It's more just a general tone booster. The distortion box will probably be clicked on every once in a while. I'll be going clean as well. That pedal board is just controlling my TC electronics. That's just going to have some delay and some reverb on it. I'm probably selling these 2 wah pedals. I don't really use them. I have wah on the TC. I just got to program my expression pedal for it. One's the Crybaby 53553. I don't know what it is. We'll look. 535 has the boost on the side. You can set the tone. The motor is cool. It's kind of a 3-in-1. You know, it acts as a volume, distortion, and wah. The amp, great amp. It's a 120 watt amp. It's more than I need. I might actually be selling that as well. It's a JSX, a Satriani. It's a 3-channel. It's very versatile. I think my tubes, it's got JJ EL34s in it. Tubes are great. But I've had it, I bought it second-hand for 6 years. I'm starting to hear a little buzz in the low end, so I think the tubes probably need to be changed out. Thus, I bought these tubes over here. And JSX have a great little terminals in the back, actually, where you can just slip in a normal voltage meter and set your bias. But I'm going to wait to do this in case when I go to do that, I actually blow up my amp. As you can tell, I have the Pac-Man and the Andrew McCutcheon bobblehead. As any guitar purists know, that is vital to my guitar tone. As well, this amp is probably too big. It's what I'm selling. It's 120 watts. I'm in an apartment, and as you know, you have to really push an amp to really get the most out of it. If I were to push this thing, I get to know my neighbors real quick, and not in the way that I want to. As well, probably the police. I've already met the police for some of my questionable parking techniques out front. Okay, real quick here. Start with the acoustic Timberline. I don't know if that's gonna. Whoa. This guy's a great guitar. It's out of California. It's a handmade, all solid woods all the way around. Rosewood on the back and sides. I think it's a cedar top. You go to the website and Timberline, they're there. It's a great website, but I don't see them selling guitars. I'm not sure what's going on with the company. They were a fairly new company, but it's a really nice guitar. Plays as easy as you can possibly imagine. It's real similar, kind of like a. Well, I won't even go down that road. You'll get the details in the auctions. Any eBay auction have much more details. Right here we have a. Let's back this out a little bit if I can. This is my Fender. It's an 80s Fender. It's a Japanese model, but it's really nice. That neck on it is just completely sweet. It's this really smaller, scaled down neck. Had it professionally set up at Pittsburgh Guitars. Brought the action down really low, about as low as you can go. Actually, it's probably sacrificing the tone quite a bit. You can probably bring those strings up quite a bit and still be easy to play. But I had them set up that way just so it'd be kind of a little light, easy, speedy guitar to play. Right behind it is definitely a one-of-a-kind acoustic. As Bruce White was a luthier I met in Austin, Texas. I think he's now out in California. He made this, and I bought it from him. It is very unique. It's about as best quality parts you can have in it. It's all Kona wood, back and sides, cedar top, bones in the nut and saddle. The neck is actually a Martin neck that he's put into it. It's his 16th model, so if Bruce ever becomes famous, you got his number 16 guitar he's ever made. Right next to that, and of course these two acoustics, I don't know what I'm going to be selling, to be honest. Not everything, that's for sure, but much of it. So it's a good boomy mid-range sound. My Timberline over here, more of a high to mid-range tone, real bright, clear. Right next to that is a Bill Nash 08. It had Dirty Blonde set Lawlers. I took those out actually and sold them, and I put in Lawler Blackface. That guitar is really amazing, as I'm sure anybody is familiar with Bill Nash and Lawlers. You'll find that out later. Next to that is a Telly that I put together myself. I bought the body, which is I think it's ash. It's been a while, so I can't even remember, to be honest. And then I bought a bird's eye maple neck, put them on myself. And then I had the pickups changed out with some Fender Cobalt Sumerian, I think it is, something like that. Noiseless pickups, which actually better than I was expecting. That thing is really nice. The neck is unfinished. It's got a little rough on the edges on the sides from the frets, but it's really smooth. I really like that Telly. That's the only Telly I have. I don't know if I'll be selling it because it's not really a name brand. I'm not sure what I can get for it. Next to this is I recently bought this Hamer Super Monaco, and it is really an exceptional guitar. I saw somebody backing up in Carrie Underwood's band on SNL, and I was like, man, it sounded great, so I had to check it out. You see their MSRP is $4,200. I got it on the Musician's Friend for, I didn't get it on, it's on Musician's Friend for $3,600. I didn't pay that much because I'm not insane. But, if you happen to wear insanity as possibly maybe a badge of honor, then, have at it. Bid away, please. Behind that we have a Schecter. It's a Hellraiser. It's the top of the line model. If I can get in on this thing, I don't know how the lighting is over there. But it's pretty subtle. It's one that has the active EMGs, and both pickups split, so it has the pots that split both pickups. That thing is a set through neck. That's a pretty, especially what they charge for those things brand new. That's a pretty exceptional guitar. It's really set up easy to play. The tremolo is great. Doesn't go out of tune. Behind that is the white one is a Ibanez. I've never owned an Ibanez, so I was just checking it out. I really like this tone on this one. I've played with it many nights just on its own. It's kind of been sitting back there for lately. And granted, a lot of these guitars, those ones in the back, I haven't played them for a while. I've been kind of, these are some of the newer ones. I apologize, all the strings on them are just dead. So I play them, it's really going to be sacrificing the tone a bit, but I don't feel like changing all the strings. Well, you got demos on them. Behind that, you can see facing the wall is a Paul Reed Smith. It's actually an SE though, which in my opinion, that's a set through neck. So there's no way you can find an electric set through neck as cheap as those things are sold for. Gets a great tone, has a little tremolo on it. It's a nice guitar. This guy here is kind of unique. It's a Chandler. I got this, completely forgot how I got it the other day, and I just remembered I got it through a trade when I was in Austin. Got it from a guy that didn't even know really what it was. He didn't really play guitar. And to be honest, I don't know if it's Chandler through and through. The neck is, obviously. I contacted Chandler. I don't know if I couldn't really get a response back when I gave him some of the serial numbers. So I really don't know. It could be just the neck, but it's a nice guitar. I think that pretty much does it all. So I'm going to go ahead and close this puppy down, and I'll see you guys on the other side for whatever demo or lesson you happen to be checking out.